light that inspires the weak. A simple strength for all to see. Mask on to avoid the heat. For the determination, dedication to oneself and no one else. Focus on oneself is how you grow. Beneath the mask, but for all those around, I lead by the name referred to. Some say Scarlet, pissed all the time. Frustration ain't working overtime. What's this song's name again? Scarlet Frustration time. Welcome back all to another Scarlet Frustration educational video. In this video, in all of the videos, down in the description, there's timestamps. You can even skip the intro. Last video, we discussed the study of nutrients and its importance in a healthy lifestyle. Today, we will discuss some unhealthy habits and problems that can arise from them. All right, Codex, will you please tell them what I'm gonna tell them?
Today's topic, Bio 127IN. Alcohol, obesity, and problems that can arise from being unhealthy will be broken down into the following topics. Alcohol and its effects in the body, diabetes, types of artificial sweeteners, causes of obesity, hypertension, and lastly, what is a stroke? Back to you, Scarlet Frustration.
Thank you, Codex. Alcohol and its effects in the body. Alcohol is the ingredient in beverages that makes you drunk. The proper term for alcohol in beverages is called ethanol. It is made when you ferment the sugar in grains, fruits, and vegetables. Alcohol is quickly absorbed into the bloodstream. Carbohydrates can decrease the absorption of alcohol. Alcohol dehydrogenase, ADH, the process that breaks down alcohol. The liver can break down about half an ounce of alcohol per hour. Alcohol cycles in the bloodstream until the liver can break it down. This is your blood alcohol content, also known as BAC, the amount of alcohol in your blood. At these levels, you will experience the following effects. At a BAC of 0.05, impaired judgment, relaxed innovations, altered mood, increased heart rate.
I need some more swing so I can go on believing I'll be a real voice.
Couldn't you just cut him off?
He only had half a beat.
At a BAC of 0.10, impaired coordination, delayed reaction time, and aggravated emotions.
Bossy. What?
You're bossy. You're short.
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
At a BAC of 0.15, slurred speech, blurred vision, and staggered walk, and seriously impaired judgment.
Are you drunk? Drunk enough to kick your ass.
At a BAC of 0.20, double vision and inability to walk.
Your finger to your nose. Well, come on, that's impossible. Hold on. Oh, hang on.
Dude, what the hell is he doing? I think his pants are falling down.
At a BAC of 0.30, inhibited behavior, confusion, and inability to comprehend.
Ooh, looking good, you handsome motherfucker. We gotta get you out of those wet clothes and into a dry martini.
What?
I said, oh, martini?
At a BAC of 0.40 to 0.60, you will experience unconsciousness, shock, coma, or death.
Hi, I'm Andy. You look comfortable. Can I get you another cocktail?
Too drunk.
Side note, legally, you cannot give any type of consent while intoxicated to signing legal binding contracts to sexual consent. Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome is a severe deficiency that develops in those who abuse alcohol, which includes loss of memory and muscle coordination. If you experience any of these symptoms, speak with a licensed physician. Another disclaimer about alcohol: do not consume alcohol when pregnant. Alcohol consumption while pregnant can lead to fetal alcohol syndrome. It can only be prevented, it cannot be cured. Impairment of the brain and the central nervous system, called alcohol-related neurodevelopment disorder. Anomalies of the face, skull, and birth defects. Other things you want to avoid while pregnant: alcohol consumption.
Go over there and give me another wine cooler. It's hot as hell out here. Don't you see I'm sweltering?
Bitch, you can't drink wine.
Oh, why the hell not?
You're a child.
Oh, that was... I had gas. I still got it.
Taking drugs, medical or illicit. If medical, ensure you consult with a licensed physician first. Smoking, vitamins, caffeine, herbal supplements, weight loss dieting supplements, environmental contaminants. Your child is your responsibility, which includes giving them a fair chance at a successful life. Let's not disadvantage them before they even get here. Back to the issues on the individual level from too much alcohol consumption, alcohol and malnutrition. Heavy drinkers may have inadequate food intake, which can lead to impaired nutrient metabolism, which will result from chronic alcohol abuse. Impaired nutrient metabolism, also known as a metabolic disorder. According to healthline.com, metabolic disorder occurs when the metabolism process fails and causes the body to have either too much or too little of the essential nutrients needed to stay healthy. Moving on to our next topic, another metabolic disorder, diabetes. So what is diabetes?
Shit!
Type of disease that results when too much sugar is in the blood. What are the different types of diabetes?
But Sophie, you're totally my type! Type 1 diabetes!
Type 1 diabetes. The pancreas does not have the ability to produce insulin. Patients must have a daily injection of insulin. Causes an autoimmune or viral destruction of the pancreas and beta cells. Insulin therapy is needed. Type 2 diabetes. The body can produce insulin, but your cells cannot respond to the insulin your body produces. Type 3 diabetes. Gestational diabetes. The type women get from pregnancies, and it resolves itself with the birth of the baby. Once it goes away, it leaves the woman more prone to type 2 diabetes later in their life. Pre-diabetes is blood glucose that is higher than normal but below the diagnosis of diabetes, meaning you can bring it back down. On to our next topic, artificial sweeteners, also called non-nutritive sweeteners. Saccharin, sweetened low, 450 times as sweet as sugar, used in soft drinks and tabletop sweeteners. Does not accumulate in the body and has been removed from the list of cancer-causing substances. Aspartame, NutraSweet or equal. General purpose sweetener deemed safe by the Food Drug Administration, the FDA. Controversial findings say that aspartame may cause cancer in female rats, which is an Italian study. Epileptics should avoid excess use of aspartame. Sucralose, Splenda, 600 times as sweet as sugar. Much research is still being done on artificial sweeteners. We all love sweets, but enjoy them in moderation. Also, avoid those artificial sugar drinks, such as those 0-calorie drinks. If you can choose natural or artificial sugar, always go with natural sugar, but stick to fruit juice for your sugar. But let's move on to our next topic, causes of obesity. In America, at any given point in time, 25% of men and 40% of women are on a diet.
What I can't stand is all the middle-aged moms wearing them now because they're all on Ozempic. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? Just getting some coffee? Doing lately to work on my core.
Hey ladies, boy, it sure is chilly out this morning, huh?
$33 billion is spent in the United States on weight loss annually. Success rates of diets are about 5 to 20%, and after about 1 year in America, 5 to 20% of people on a diet can only keep that weight off for 1 year. So what are some reasons why it's so difficult to keep weight off in America? Well, let's look at reasons for obesity in America. Environment of obesity. If one were to argue the obesity problem in America is because of the gene pool, that would be a little hard to prove. The gene pool of our population remains relatively unchanged. However, in America, convenient food, large portions, and energy-dense foods is what the surrounding environment is. Overeating. Recently, overeating habits have greatly changed, influencing current trends and increasing body weight due to increased availability of convenient food, large portion, and energy-dense foods. Also, whole foods and healthier options are usually more expensive on an economic level. Physical inactivity. Modern technology replaces a lot of different things that used to be more physical activity, such as hobbies.
Life like a video game, yeah. Console kid. Grew up and he couldn't really control shit. Oh no. These games we play, 'cause he's living in a world.
Physical activity is important as it allows people to get enough food and get the needed nutrition while maintaining a healthy body weight. According to Hopkins.org, exercise has many positive effects on heart health. A regular exercise routine can help lower your blood pressure, lower risk of developing diabetes, maintaining a healthy body weight, reduce inflammation throughout the body, increase high-density lipoproteins, HDL, and good cholesterol, and helps control trichinosis. And on to our next topic, a serious medical condition and chronic disease that comes from obesity and high sodium intake, hypertension. According to World Health Organization, also known as WHO.int, hypertension, high blood pressure, is when the pressure in your blood vessels is too high, 140/90 or higher. It is common, but can be serious if not treated. People with high blood pressure may not feel any symptoms. The only way to know is to get your blood pressure checked. Hypertension affects less than 1% of people in isolated societies, but approximately 1/3 of adults in industrialized countries. Blacks have a higher rate of hypertension and the resulting cardiovascular diseases than other racial and ethnic groups in the United States. Just like cystic fibrosis is a mutation in the gene from a membrane protein that transports chloride ions, which is more common in Caucasians, a life-threatening genetic disorder, which affects the lungs and the pancreas. Back to hypertension and a way to combat it. The DASH diet is one method to reduce hypertension according to the conclusion of the study effects of blood pressure of reduced dietary sodium and the dietary approaches to stop hypertension DASH diet, published back in January 4th of 2001. The reduction of sodium intake to levels below the current recommendation of 100 millimoles per day and the DASH diet both lower blood pressure, establishing the reduction of sodium intake to levels below the current recommendation of 100 millimoles per day, and the DASH diet both lower blood pressure substantially with greater effects in combination than singly. Long-term health benefits will depend on the ability of people to make long-lasting dietary changes and the increased availability of lower sodium foods. So what is the DASH diet? The dietary approach to stop hypertension. DASH, a diet that emphasizes fruits, vegetables, low-fat dairy products, whole grain, poultry, fish, nuts, and only a small amount of red meat, sweets, and sugar-containing beverages. Then on to our last topic. What is a stroke? According to CDC.gov, a stroke, sometimes called a brain attack, occurs when something blocks blood supply to part of the brain, or when a blood vessel in the brain bursts. In either case, part of the brain becomes damaged or dies. A stroke can cause lasting brain damage, long-term disabilities, or even death. The brain controls our movements, stores our memories, and the source of our thoughts, emotions, and language. The brain also controls many functions of the body, like breathing and digestion. To work properly, your brain needs oxygen. Your arteries deliver oxygen-rich blood to all parts of your brain. If something happens to block the flow of blood, brain cells start to die within minutes. When oxygen can't get to the brain, this causes a stroke. This is a reason why preparation of a healthy lifestyle is so important. So ensure you get all those essential nutrients and cut back on those bad ones and come up with a routine of some type of physical activity. So moving on to our summary, which will be told by
Human Musica. Today we talked about alcohol and its effects in the body, diabetes, types of artificial sweeteners, causes of obesity, hypertension, and lastly, what is a stroke? Preparation in a healthy lifestyle is key for a better life.